Hello YouTube. So a few weeks ago I got plat 1 with blind Striker Orcust, and I guess I'm going to show you the deck list now. Before I continue, let me just be clear. This was a challenge to myself. I wanted to see if I could play Orcust going second. I probably would not do it again because it was kind of annoying and frustrating to play against stuff like Max C. Anyway, let's get into it. So first off, let's begin with the hand traps. We have your 3 Max C, best hand trap of the format, obviously. 3 Ash, it hits everything, and it's unfortunately you're only out to Max C. There's not enough room to play cards like Call by the Grave and Cross Out. At least I'm not sure what I would cut for it. 2 Imperm. Honestly, I don't like this card that much. It's not a spell, and it's also very underwhelming. I much rather would have preferred if this card was Droplet. So keep that in mind. Droplet is a spell, and it can also discard Orcust out of your hand. Also, you can't respond to it, so that's nice too. Let's go on to our Orcust engine. So 2 Skeleton, that's pretty standard. 1 Armageddonite. It's just a normal summon that can dump your Orcust cards to the graveyard. 1 Harp, you only allow 1, and you should be playing Harp. It's pretty standard. 1 Gearsu, same thing, standard. And if you notice, there isn't that many normal summon cards here to get your engine. The idea here is just draw into the cards you need. Alright, the 1 Rhoda, this is basically just another Armageddonite, so you essentially have 3 normal summons going on here. And then 2 Orcust Nightmare. I would like to play 3, but there isn't enough room to play 3 alongside the board breaking cards. So just 2 Orcust Nightmare. 1 Wand, I hate this card, but it's necessary to play. I know some people play 2, I can't stomach that because this card's like a light brick. I'm not going to say it's a complete brick, but it's a light brick. You can discard off Orcust, the Orcust draw card, Orchestrator Return, but it's not that great. Okay, now for our board breaking cards. Radiant. This is a kaiju, it's dark. The main reason why you run this is because it's a dark kaiju. So if you like are locked into Orcust effects for whatever reason, you can just summon the kaiju and you're fine. Kaiju is good because it doesn't beat Drytron, but it makes your life a lot easier against Drytron because then you can kaiju and use your other board breaking cards. It also gets over really annoying, like unaffected monsters that you might run into or might not run into. I'm not sure. So just 2 of them, only 2 because the card is cloggy. When I was running it at 3 for the longest time, but I would keep drawing like 2 kaiju and I couldn't do anything with it. So that's why I play 2, just 2. 3 Mind Control. This card is insane. When I saw that we had 3 Mind Control in Master Duel, I said, hell yeah, we're playing blind second. Mind Control is a spell card, so it fuels up Engage, but it also forces a negate out. It forces a negate or some kind of disruption out. And if it does resolve, guess what? You now have fodder for a Galatia, or any other link of choice. Alright, so 3 of them because literally one of the best cards in the game. 3 Upstart Goblin. It says draw 1 card, you have 3 of them. May as well play 3 blanks. 2 Allure. I would play 3 Allure, but I don't have enough dark targets to justify that. And if I were to add more dark targets, I would also lose board breaking cards. So just 2. 2 is fine. You don't really want to see too many copies of Allure. You'd rather see Upstart or Engage or one of those cards. But Allure is okay. 2 Engage. This card is nuts. Like, it's Engage, guys. Come on. Engage searches out your Afterburners, your Widow Anchor, and your Drone. There's only 4 targets. I'm going to be honest, I've run into issues where I just drew so many cards that I couldn't even activate the Engage anyway. You'll be drawing a lot of cards with this deck. So 2 Engage, you're only allowed 2. This card should not even be at 2 to begin with, but there you go. 2 Engage, searches out all your board breaking cards. The 1 Afterburner, because Burner is your only out to skill drain, if your opponent for some reason keeps skill drain. And it also, again, baits out a negate of some sort. Basically, every card in your deck is supposed to bait a negate out. Mind Control baits a negate, Allure is going to bait a negate, Engage is going to bait a negate, Evenly is going to bait a negate, and yeah, pretty much. Or, you know, they just say, we don't care about your negates, we're just going to tribute over them. Alright, so then we have, you know, the 2 Mind... I almost call this Mind Control. This is basically Mind Control number 2, but a little bit better. 2 Widow Anchor. This card says, I'm going to steal your monster and use it as a link material, or I'm going to attack you with your monster. We have the 1 Hornet Drones. It lets you go to Kagari. Kagari eats in a hand trap, or it resolves and you add Engage back, or the drone back, depending on what you need. If you need to like discard an Orcust name like Nightmare or Harp out of your hand, then you get the drones back. Otherwise, you just grab the engage and engage again. 3 evenly. I don't actually like this card that much, but it's basically one of the best board breaking cards outside of Dark Ruler. The problem with Dark Ruler is you're not really clearing the problems. With evenly, on the other hand, you are clearing all the problems, and you have a funny play with Girsu. It's actually kind of a toxic play. What you can do is normal Girsu, send your whatever, then Linkaribo. Yeah, sorry, Girsu effect, summon token, then make Linkaribo. You give them a token too, and you see where this is going? You crash your 2 monsters, your Linkaribo and your Girsu, or you just make them into whatever. You crash them, or you turn them into Galatia, and then you just fucking evenly match, end the battle phase, evenly match, banish everything on their field. They have to keep the token, because you cannot banish tokens face down. It doesn't come up too often, but it's really funny when it resolves. Just keep that in mind. Alright, now for our one-ofs, or really our one-of like engine cards. Orchestrated Babel, it's an Orcust deck, you play this card at 1. Crescendo, you play this at 1 too. I don't like opening these cards, except when I do. But you have to play these cards, because if you don't have these in an Orcust deck, you're not really doing anything. Outside of maybe like passing on a Masquerena. Especially in this version where you don't have that many extenders. If you notice, we don't even have Dark Grepher. I didn't bother with Dark Grepher because I didn't have enough targets for Grepher to pitch off of. If you're playing a Danger version, you have a lot of targets. If you're playing like actual like Orcust, then you would be playing 3 Nightmare and 2 Wand, or 1-1, 1 to 2 Wand. So you would have enough targets. You don't want to discard Kaijus because that's... Yeah, you don't want to discard Kaijus going second. You want to use them. Alright, and for the final card in the main deck, 2 Orchestrator Return. This card says draw 2 cards. It's a spell. What's not to like? It sets up your engine. The only reason I'm not playing 3 of them is because, again, I don't have enough Orcust targets. You have how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 targets. And one of them you actually don't want to discard. I would... Like, before I was playing it at 3, and I would always open 2 copies of Orchestrator Return. It doesn't feel good when you open 2 of them. If you open 2 of them, it's really bad. Because you can only activate 1 of them, and then you're stuck with a dead card in your hand. That's why I play 2 of them. If you're playing a much heavier Orcust lineup, then you can obviously play 3 of them. But even then, I still probably wouldn't play 3 of them. Alright, on to the extra deck. 2 Dingirsu. Dingirsu is, you know, one of the best Orcust cards in the game. He can recycle your engine, he can send a card away, he can use his quick effect disruption. He's great. 1 Linkaribo, this is your target for either a spent Hornet Drones token or the Girsu token. If you open just Girsu and like a bunch of board breaking cards, Girsu plus board breaking cards is full combo. That's all you need to know. 1 Clara Rushka. This card, I don't like it, but it has come up a few times. Sometimes you're gonna open a hand where you open like Harp Horror and a bunch of board breaking cards, or Harp Horror and nothing else. You can clear your opponent's board with the like bait cards, then normal summon Harp, maybe attack over something, main phase 2, link away the Harp for Clara Rushka, banish Harp, full combo. That's the only reason this is here. It's just for weird hands, because you are going to run into weird hands occasionally with this deck. 1 Kagari, it's for the Hornet Drones, obviously. 1 Cerberus, sometimes you can pop a card going second. I don't really summon this that often, you can cut this for something else. 1 Phoenix, same thing, but Phoenix is actually a good one. 1 Galatia, I'm only allowed 1. This is the reason you play Orcas. Galatia, just grab whatever you want, put a Dingirsu on top, make them Masquerena, pass to your opponent. They won't have anything after all. 1 Masquerena, it's quick effect disruption, unless you have 2 disruptions instead of just 1, it's good. Barricade, it's a discard outlet. If you, I don't know, if you open like Mind Control, you Kaiju, Mind Control, normal summon Girsu, its effect doesn't resolve for whatever reason, but you have a Harp in, I don't know why you'd summon Girsu, but let's say you had a normal summon, I don't know, any normal summon like Maxi or something, and you have an Orcust Nightmare in hand. You just discard, and you're good to go. Full combo. Trisbana, this card destroys any back row deck. You're going to destroy back row decks with evenly to begin with. You just evenly them, then next turn you make Trisbana, and they're just looking at you like, why are you doing this to me? I've destroyed so many Eldritch players with this card. They can't do anything about it. They literally can't do anything about it. Their only play is hard on the Eldritch and getting rid of it that way. Or getting rid of the Masquerade so you can't even make it in the first place. Alright, Nightmare Unicorn, you can make this on your turn. It's a good way to ladder into access code, but you can also use this as disruption on your opponent's turn with Mask. You don't really need to do that though. One Long Girsu, it's just another Orcust link. Sometimes you're not going to be able to go into Galatia. You can luckily use any Orcust monster, so you can go like Barricade, plus, I don't know, a Skeleton that you top deck for some reason. Normal Link, make Long Girsu, and then be able to continue your plays. 1-0 Boros. This card is basically just a better Trispana, but it also works against other decks like Numeron. What Numeron will try to do is he'll try to summon their EMZs to avoid the Zero Boros, but then you just chain one of your Orcust monsters, banish the entire field anyway. It's pretty good. And he's a win con by himself. He gets really big. I think I had like a 9800 attack Zero Boros at one point, because my opponent banished 20 cards off like 2 Desires. It was crazy. Alright, and of course the one access code. Access code is lets you kill your opponent. Now, if you notice, there's no Top Logic Bomber Dragon. I cut that for the Klar Rushka because I just wasn't opening that many Orcust. Sorry, I wasn't able to go into Orcust combo with just a Harp. Because you don't have that many Orcust names, you don't have that many ways to like special summon. Your special summons are essentially just drones. Yeah, essentially just drones. Drones in the Orcust engine. And I guess Mind Control. So that's why there's no Bomber Dragon here. Alright, if you like the deck profile, please consider not following. That's for Twitch. Please consider subbing to my channel. Consider dropping a like. Consider commenting. If you don't like the deck, let me know what I can fix. Thank you for watching.